Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I just have a quick video of my latest Temu haul for you guys. I didn't buy like a ton of stuff. Some of the stuff I bought was like non-crafty related, so I'm probably not going to show those. I'll just show the ones that I'll be using for my cards, and I'll just get started. I'm just going to put this here because the first item I have to show is this pen knife. It's just a little tiny bladed retractable knife that can be used for fussy cutting and stuff. I did test this a little bit earlier, and you do need to apply a fair bit of pressure and might need to go over things a few times if you're using like a thicker cardstock. This is 110-pound cardstock. That didn't cut too bad, but it does cut better on the 65 pounds from Michael's Recollection brand. So, and it's fairly easy to maneuver. Like you can put swivels and swirls into things, no problem. Not the smoothest, but that's just me. So I thought that this would come in handy maybe if I'm doing a bit of fussy cutting, or if you need to get into those like little tiny areas between like a character's arm and their body on a stamp or something. As I don't buy coordinating dies for my stamps anymore because I have a brother scan and cut. Sometimes it'll just cut around the image and not get into some of the like areas. So like the crook of an arm where your elbow like points out here, and then like say your body's over here, you want to get into this area as well. That's something you would have to cut like later using something like this. So I might use it for something like that. And the next item I have are these little micro beads, or technically called, I think, caviar beads, for doing nail art. So you can put them on your nails, you can do a full like clear coat and like put these on and for a full like textured nail or whatever. But I thought these would be good for shaker cards. Obviously because they're super small, like I don't know if I have, try to dump like a few out. Like these are very, very small. So these are actually like extremely small. So I'm not sure how well these will work. I'll try to use them in a shaker card later. They might do maybe 2 or 3 each, depending on how much you want to put in. They are, like, again, very small. I got them both in the clear and the AB, which is an iridescent, kind of looks like soapy bubbles type. And yeah, they're very extremely small beads. When you're doing a shaker card with something like this, you definitely want to make sure that you have your foam tape or whatever you're using. If you're doing layers of cardstock, might be a little bit better because you know it's going to be 100% covered, and you'll just want to make sure that you glue every area down, because these will definitely escape any small area that's been left untouched. So use something like this with caution, and maybe only give it to adults. This wouldn't harm anybody to swallow them, but again, you still don't want people swallowing stuff like that. So yeah, I was just gonna give those a try. They were only like $1 something each, so I thought that was pretty good. I got some glue dots for putting gift cards into my standard cards. I had a bunch of these at one point in time, and then I threw them out because I was like, oh, I'm not using these glue dots. And then I realized that I could use these for gift cards. So I decided to purchase some more, because again, this is only $1 something. You get 100 of them, so they'll last me a long time. I also bought 2 packages of these clear hearts. These are also for nail art, but they're just little heart-shaped clear drops, basically. They're flat back, and they would be like really cute on cards. So you get like 100 of them in a package for like between $1 and $2. So I bought 2. They're all the same size. Generally, when you buy packages of drops and gems and whatnot, you get various sizes. But I think because these are for nail art, they just come in the 1 size, which is fine. So I just thought that that would add like a cute little element to your cards. And then I bought these, which is nail confetti for nail art, and they're in fluorescent colors. They're very bright, specifically this yellow and this reddish orange color, extremely like in your face, and I love it. Super excited to make some like fun birthday cards in fluorescent colors. These would make really fun shakers. And again, like this was only like a couple bucks. So if you need cheap confetti, buy nail art stuff. It's really good. You don't get a ton of it, but you don't necessarily need a ton of it. Like one of these trays will do a card each. And if you're mixing and matching, they'll do multiple cards. So there's 12 trays here. You get 12 cards out of this. And then there's a couple that are already like mixed and matched for you. So this one has orange and green, pink and blue, and then yellow and purple. And then you can create your own like rainbow mix, which is most likely what I will do. I also got this stamp set, which might be easier to see on white, but it's just like a couple of cute cats. I don't generally buy stamp sets from overseas just because of the quality. Like they're not the best quality. They are made of like silicone and not photopolymer like they are over here in America. But as long as you're using like a pigment ink, they work fine. So I'll most likely either use my Distress Oxide inks on these and do like an ombre effect, or I would just use my VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink, which is a solid black pigment ink, and then maybe throw some clear embossing powder on it just because I'm impatient and don't want to wait for it to dry. But I thought that those were super cute, so I got those. And then I got this electric eraser, which I just tested because this is my second time filming this video. But it actually works really well. I was very surprised. Like I'm gonna do a little test here. Do a light version and then I'll press harder. This is like a 2H lead pencil, so it's an extremely like hard lead. So this type of pencil is usually harder to erase. But this is what I use for doing any like lines and connecting of sentiments I need for my brother's Scan and Cut. Generally, if you have, the way the Scan and Cut works is it scans an image in, and if your letters are not connected, so if you have like the word "the" in your sentiment and it's spelled out like this with the gaps in between, it'll think the T is a separate image, the H is a separate image, and it'll try to cut around each and every one of those. So in order for the scanner to recognize this as one image, you kind of have to go in with a pencil after you stamp your image and like just connect these letters so that it thinks that like this is now the outline. So I usually do that with this pencil and then erase it afterwards, and then the cutter will cut around this more closely. And it won't cut out each individual letter. But sometimes I have a hard time erasing this pencil, so I thought this would be good. And this was only like, it was less than $5. It takes 2 AAA batteries, which I've already put in here. It comes with a ton of refills. It comes with 4 large refills and I think 8 thin skinny ones, as well as the adapter for it, because right now it has the thicker eraser in here. So in order to get the skinnier ones in, you'll need the adapter, and then this just pops out. I'm trying not to make a mess. So you get a bunch of these tiny ones, the adapter, and then the bigger ones. So this will like last quite a bit. And then this cover just kind of keeps them separate from your batteries and keeps them contained. When I first opened this, actually it kind of exploded, so I don't think it was in there properly. But and then turn it on. You just need to hold this button down, And don't press too hard because it will like kind of like gap out. But just like press lightly on your paper. Okay, and it erases very well. Like, I'm very impressed with how that erases. The light lines are not even visible. The dark lines, you can kind of see a little bit of shading there, but I'm like not mad about that at all. It's like hardly visible unless you're really looking for it. So like this is a great buy to me. I would definitely spend the money on this if you're looking for an electric eraser. And that was it for the crafty items that I bought today. So that will be it for this quick crafty haul. So thanks again for joining me for today. I'll have another video for you guys tomorrow that's more card related. And more of these videos will come in the future, I'm sure. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye!